mean, this was the most basketball people I've ever seen in one place ever in my life. You know what I mean?
More so than like summer league.
Yeah. Oh my God. I went to the bathroom. I ran into Eric Spoelstra, Pat Riley, Ray Allen. And
in the bathroom?
No, like I literally was walking in the bathroom.
Okay.
They were coming out, and I was like, "What were you guys doing in there?" No, I'm kidding. But like you just go, you literally walk around and you would see any and everybody. And it was also like my first time, kind of seeing, like I said, the pecking order of the totem pole, so to speak. Like LeBron's deep, he's way back here, you know what I mean? And like Bill Russell is number 1.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of fill in the gaps in between. But there's also like generational divides. There was a huge like rivalry, that tension that was brewing in the room because Chris Bosh is getting in with his Miami Heat crew. Paul Pierce is getting in, obviously, with the Celtics crew. So, like, Doc Rivers, KG, Paul Pierce are sitting here. Chris Bosh, D. Wade, Pat Riley, LeBron James, Ray Allen sitting over here. And, I was fortunate enough to see the seating, the way it was set up before they actually had the event. And Ray Allen was next to Doc Rivers. And Ray Allen moved his seat to Miami Heat territory. So that was the big update.
He moved his seat?
Yeah. Well, I mean, when it actually happened, the actual ceremony, he was with the Heat. So if you ever wonder, like, what side Ray Allen is on, and I mean, I guess we all know, but it was official at the Hall of Fame. You kind of saw enemy lines. And Ray Allen is on the other side, KG, Paul Pierce, Doc Rivers on one side. And, I'm in a fantasy football league with KG and Paul Pierce. They're both great guys. Paul Pierce said there's no bad blood between him and Ray Allen, that he loves Ray Allen. So, there's nothing that's really brewing other than the fact that it does seem like Ray Allen has been adopted by the Heat. You know what I mean? He's a part of Heat culture.
Wow.
And Pat Riley was sitting behind all of them. I learned a lot about the social setup of basketball at large this weekend.
Ray Allen, I learned from Twitter, that one famous tweet of his, that he does love switching back and forth, Joe. we do know that about Ray Allen.
Nice.
It's true.
But I mean, those are the big takeaways. I mean, Bill Russell was amazing to see Bill Russell in person.
How did they sit the Celtics versus the Heat? Was there like the guys who
all
get
the
inducted?
Hall of Famers are on the front row, right? Like in a
but was there like a hierarchy to the Hall of Famers themselves, or was it not that deep? There was.
Yes. Well, I mean, I don't think it's I don't think it's necessarily a thing that's it's an unspoken.
Like, was Jay Wright like?
Calipari was like midway back, right? So that's where we're saying, like,
No, I mean the guys getting inducted this time.
The guys getting inducted are front row.
They're front row.
They're front row. So like
but
Chris
could you
Webber,
sense like a better front row? Like who was the head of the class?
I mean, Bill Russell had his own row. I'm not even kidding. Like Bill Russell, like there are the normal seats. Bill Russell had 3 seats that were literally in front of those seats, just to like set the tone that like Bill Russell is the GOAT.
It's like no matter you're getting inducted today, but you'll never be better than me. Just
absolutely.
FYI.
And then when Bill Russell went up on stage, like it was every legend imaginable that went up with him. It's like Spencer Haywood comes out of nowhere. Dr. J walked him up. Dr. J is front of the class. You know what I mean? Spencer Haywood is front of the class because these guys in the basketball world, it's like, we have the media perception and the fan perception of like who's the greatest.
Yeah.
But then like the guys that played the game know who is. So then it's an understood like totem pole as to where you sit, where you stand, where you can be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like Dr. J and like some of these guys, they're just on a different echelon. You know?
Should
like Michael Jordan would defer to Dr. J in these types of settings, or to Bill Russell.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because that's what it is.
Right.
That's the game you're playing, and it's funny to see like D. Wade and LeBron and those guys exist in this world because in the media fan perspective, you're like, if LeBron's in the room, all eyes are on LeBron, and like I didn't even see LeBron.
But
and then I realized he was over there, and I was like, oh, LeBron is here. You know what I mean? But like Michael's here, LeBron's here. You know what I mean? And then you're like, oh, he is here.
That is interesting because I guess if you take that exact room of people and put it in a casino in Vegas at Summer League, and the dynamics are completely different.
Yeah. No
like
kid is running over to Spencer Haywood and it's like,
But at the Hall of Fame, that's the one room where, like, almost the older you are, the cooler you are.
Or just the more legendary you are.
Yeah, you're just a legend.
I mean? Yeah, exactly. And, Barkley, and it's cool to see the separate generations kind of interact with each other and pay that homage. But, like, Dr. J's the coolest one in the room, I mean, there's just... There's levels to all of it, and there's also, it was so long. It's such a long ceremony. You know what I mean? Like, Chris Webber was first. He gives this great speech as he goes through it all. And
technical foul.
Yeah, I know. It was great for us. You know what I mean? I was, like, making all these connections with everything. I was wanted to shout Woody Durham as he was doing it. But, Yeah, I mean, every single one of these guys had their own journey, own story, their own legend to think. Like I said, Isaiah Thomas was there, and he apparently talked to Chris Webber in high school when he was having a real down patch and was like, I got your back, whatever you need.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here for you. And he was like, that meant a lot to me. I was like, damn, Isaiah Thomas cares about me.
Yeah.
And, you know, they showed Chris Webber's mom and dad, and they're like bawling, crying. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just a real, it's like it's a finish line. It was beautiful to see, and got some great stories. And, you know, Howard Garfinkel got into the Hall of Fame, 5-star basketball camp. I'm doing a little series on him, and you know, to have Ahmad Rashad, who I love, he's like my hero as far as being a broadcaster, you know, do all that stuff. It all just kind of came in line.
Ahmad Rashad is
unbelievable.
Legend.
He's
is he
so
in the Hall
good.
of Fame?
He should be. He has to be. Hey there, thanks for watching Titus and Tate. For the full Friend of the Program experience, subscribe right below and come join us for all things college basketball. The action is heating up. Come join Titus and Tate.